$100 every time someone lies to me, or $100 every time someone laughs at my joke. I'm not really funny enough for this one to work, so I think I'm gonna go with lying. Love the hair. Aw, thank you. Is it cool if I sit here? Yeah, sure. So, what's your name? My name is Jack. Whoever you're sitting next to will be your partner for the project. So it looks like you and I are partners, so maybe would you want to come to my place and work on the project, or— Nah, my parents don't allow me to go to a girl's house alone. What if we just went to like a Starbucks or something? That could work, right? I'm not allowed to go to Starbucks either. It's probably best you just go to my place. You look nervous. Relax. I'm not gonna do anything. Hi, I'm here to see Jack. We're gonna work on a school project together. Yes, hello, I'm his father. I've been expecting— $100 every time someone lies to me.
Mr. Beast just released the best video yet, but these are 4 parts that were faked. Coming in at number 1 is that the dynamite in the video may be real, but the explosions look fake. If you watch real dynamite and then the dynamite in the Mr. Beast video, you will clearly see the difference. Not only did this explosion look overly bright, which suggests CGI, there certainly wasn't this much fire when he put 100 fireworks in this house. And next up we have this intro scene where Mr. Beast teases the train falling into the pit, and while the sparks coming from the tracks make it look more realistic, the actual footage of the train at the end is much different. Now the craziest part is that it looks like Mr. Beast faked the whole set, because if you pay close attention to the aftermath of the train explosion, specifically the trees, you'll notice that they don't move in a natural way. Hollywood better hire this man because he's making videos that are 10 times better for 1/10 of the cost. Mr.
Beast is the longest cockroach in the world. They're known as cave cockroaches, and yes, they can fly. Anyways, it's been 2 weeks since Big Bertha, my most venomous centipede, has eaten. So obviously I'm gonna give her the largest cock in the world. Oh my gosh, Jesus Christ, why did I get scared of that? Anyways, Big Bertha coils herself around the roach, and using her large force appeals, she begins injecting the roach with her highly toxic venom over and over and over again. And this last stab nearly decapitated Fernando. However, Fernando is an absolute— and even though the centipede has been putting in work, Fernando is still alive. Now, Big Bertha is smart, and she wants to eat her meal in peace, so she decided to carry the roach around the enclosure until her venom worked its magic.
Damn, this was studious.
Finally, Fernando had passed on, and with his body lifeless, the centipede was free to do whatever she pleased. Oh my gosh, god damn it, Big Bertha! So being the psychopath that she is, she decapitated the roach. And to make matters worse, she only chewed on the head a little bit before discarding it. Bruh. Is the longest cockroach in the world.
How'd you solve that equation so fast?
That was a warm-up question. Any 5th grader could have solved it.
Really? Because you seem pretty impressed by it.
Yeah, only because you were so dumb before. How did you make your intelligence level go up, though?
You don't like me, do you?
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
Yeah, but why is that? I mean, we were such good friends until high school. It's because of Jamie, isn't it? She intimidates you?
She does not.
She does. Which explains why you never make direct eye contact with her. You feel like she replaced you as my best friend.
You a psychologist all of a sudden? Come on, Viv, let's go.
And you two are dating now, aren't you?
What? How do you know?
The way that he's protective over you, it indicates that he cares about your feelings. And you two also smell very similar, which tells me that you're probably—
Watch it, Crystal. Mind your own business.
How the hell did I know all that? Guess who got an A on every test today? Mom? Guess she's not home yet. Ah. Ow.
How'd you solve that equation so fast?
Jimmy, I cannot do this anymore. You have a 4% in my class. In the grade book, it says that you have a Q. You passed F. You have a Q in my class, and you've only shown up to school 7 days this whole entire year. I don't know what to do. Mr. McCockiner, I will give you $10,000 to shut up and give me an A. You know what, Jimmy, those 7 days that you came to class, you did participate a lot, so I'm around your 4 up to a 94. Sorry to interrupt your guys' conversation, but you guys got any last words? Oh, hey, calm down. I have marked one person in this school with a red dot on their backpack, and if you can find them and eliminate them in the next 30 minutes, I will give you $1 million. All right, say less. That one was close. Mr. McCockiner, are you subscribe to Mr. Beast on YouTube? No, why? Timothy, you want another $1 million? Jimmy, I cannot do this.
Today, I'm gonna find out
Bic lighter really does burn for 55 minutes. Yeah, as a man who's devoted every second of his time to finding out all of life's most useless questions, I take my job very seriously. But the thing is, this one actually seems pretty useful. I mean, talking about the reliability of brands. Does it really last for 55 minutes? Call me crazy, but I sort of started to bond with this guy. We'll call him Blue. We kind of did everything together. Blue even insisted I take a nap, but that just seems like a bad idea. I mean, he's literally on fire. Kind of like how the Too Easy Army is on fire. We're closing in on 10 million, so please, for Blue's sake, hit that sub button. After what seemed like a lifetime of bonding, Blue finally reached the end. 43-minute Too Easy. Today, I'm gonna find out if a Bic lighter really
You ever cry so hard you wake up like this? Going on my lunch break after charging a single mother of three $141K for an emergency heart surgery. Never was much of a romantic. I used to beg him to stop cheating on me by giving him money. My little cousin turns 4 next month, but money tight right now, so we ain't gonna tell him. I thought my BF was cheating, so I grabbed the leftover long hairs that were mine on his bed and I took them to a lab to see if they belonged to another girl. When I got results back, they told me all these hairs belonged to 3 other girls that had been murdered and they had to report it to the police. That day, I found out my BF wasn't only a cheater, but a psycho. You ever
Last guy, and boom! Easy done! Let's go, boys! We can't be stopped! For real! Now ready up! Let's get another one! Alright, everyone back out! Daddy's here! Oh, hey, Kyle, you trying to play or something? Am I trying to play, man? Shut up and join my party! Dude, we're already in my lobby. Just join us. I'm sorry, do you have the most wins in our squad? You got half those by camping! Just stop complaining and get in here! Whatever, guys, just join him. I wanna play. Thank you. Now, ready up, and I'll show you guys what winning looks like. We just won a game! Yo, look, you see that team? Oh, yeah, let's get it, boys! Whoa, I'm squad leader here. Alright. You push first, Justin and Daniel will come in from the sides, and I'll go in for the flank. You know what? No! Excuse me? Every time we do this, we take all the damage while you sit back and steal our kills. So why don't you go first? Fine, watch this. Okay, you're right. Last
What year is it right now according to all the countries? Because surprisingly, we aren't actually in a unanimous decision. So for most of the world, we all are in agreement that it is 2023. But there are some outliers, like in the Arab world, they believe it is 1444. This stems from the Islamic calendar. They do things a little bit differently though. In Iran and Afghanistan, it's 1401. Ethiopia is still living 7 years in the past. They think it's 2015. What if the Mayans and their whole 2012 prediction that the world was going to end was supposed to be for one of the other countries? Like maybe it is going to, but like our 2023 calendar is actually wrong. India can't decide on exactly which one. According to the Hebrew calendar in Israel, it's the year 5783. When you think about it like that, we're all out here living in the year 5000, yet every time I go to McDonald's, their machine's still broke. One of those eternal things. The youngest calendar on this list is Japan, though. I did actually remember something about North Korea, only thinking they were like 112 years old. I guess it's something they have in common with Taiwan. What is it right now according to all the countries?
What would you bring back?
Take this off my shoulders. Someone take me home.
What would you bring back?
Being as gentle as possible, I grab a hold of the misshapen leg. Then, using another set of tongs, I gently tug Martin's leg until he pops it off himself. Now, that droplet of spider fluid would prove to be problematic if we hadn't previously pumped Martin with liquid IV in the form of a hornworm moments earlier. Anyway, Martin had no mobility in his leg while it was attached to his body, but after it was detached, the leg started moving on its own. Nonetheless, Martin is without a leg, but that's okay, since this adorable tarantula is going to force itself to molt within the next couple of weeks. And after said molt, he is going to have a brand new leg that isn't stuck throwing up gang signs. So if you want to see what Martin's new and improved leg is going to look like, consider giving me a follow.
Goo goo gaga.
Being
Woman puts coins in her rice balls every day for her daughter to eat when she goes to school. But after school, seeing her daughter's empty lunchbox, but her daughter was alive and kicking, she sensed something was wrong. She asked her daughter if the rice balls were good, but her daughter's answer was not what she wanted, because she is the girl's stepmother. In the evening, she walks out of the house without looking back. She pushes the neighbor's little girl on the swing. Even though the girl cried out in fear, she didn't even care, but the neighbor was able to correct her. The tragedy didn't happen. Watching the neighbor run away in fear, she had a wicked grin on her face. It turns out, ever since Lisa married into family, she suspected her daughter didn't love her. The reason she wrapped the coins in rice balls, just to test her daughter's love for her, to gain her trust. On her birthday, Lisa gave her a pencil bag. On the face of it, her daughter loved it. In fact, she turned around and threw the pencil bag down the toilet. Despite this, Lisa is still at home every day to get things done. So, her husband had prepared a shiny crystal shoe for her. She thought she would live happily after, but it wasn't long before she discovered her seemingly well-behaved daughter actually had a side to her that she didn't know about. That day the class teacher came to talk to Lisa. The reason was that the girl said her mother hadn't prepared lunch for her. Woman puts coins in her rice ball.
This is a shock collar. If I run too slow, it shocks me, and I'm gonna use it to try and beat my marathon time. My current record is 6 hours and 45 minutes, so we set a pace that would force me to beat it, and if I ran slower than it, I would get shocked. And at first, I immediately felt faster because I was scared to run too slow. I finished the first 10 kilometers in 53 minutes, but pretty quickly I started to get tired, and I knew that this would cause an issue because I couldn't take the shock collar off until I finished. On top of that, it was really hot outside, and I was starting to sweat. I wanted to see if this would force me to break my record. Yo, I've done 20,000 steps. However, by the halfway mark, this is when everything started to go downhill. Because this is where I was struggling to keep the pace, and as the time went on, I felt exhausted. And I noticed that even though I was getting shocked so often, my body hurt so bad, it didn't even bother me as much. But after getting shocked about 40 or 50 times, I got so frustrated that I decided to run the rest. And those last few kilometers were some of the most painful I've ever run. But now it was time to see if I'd actually beaten my previous record. And what happened was crazy. The full video's in the comments. This is a shock collar. If I run too slow, it shocks me, and I'm gonna use it to try and beat my marathon time. My current record is 6